Now, Veterans Voices. Sponsored by Fayette Heating and Air. Complete Home Solutions.
In this week's Veterans Voices, we take you to Frankfort, where a unique memorial uses the power of time and precision to honor Kentuckians who served in Vietnam. It's a place of history, ingenuity, and deep emotion, and for many, it's personal. On a hill overlooking the state capitol in Frankfort, you'll find one of the most eye-catching and thought-provoking sites in the Commonwealth, the Kentucky Vietnam Veterans Memorial. Dedicated in 1988, the memorial honors more than 1,100 Kentuckians who died in Vietnam. A massive sundial at the center casts a shadow across the plaza, touching every veteran's name on the anniversary of their death.
Started out in the minds of Vietnam veterans, and no one at that time in early 80s seemed to be interested at all. They wanted to forget it. They wanted to move on. And so it came down to a group of veterans who got together and said, it's time to remember.
Lexington architect and Navy veteran Helm Roberts designed the memorial, relying on math and engineering so precise that the shadow always falls exactly where it should.
For him to sit down before computers and figure this out with sines, cosines, tangents, you know, I thought a tangent was almost close to a tangerine. and so anyway, he figured it all out, and toward the end, some of his friends came up and said, hey, why don't you try this new computer? And he said, well, I don't really want to. Reluctantly, he did. And he said, well, it agrees with me, so I'm good.
For Jerry Cecil, a Vietnam veteran himself, the memorial is deeply personal. He visits about 30 times a year and says one thing has never changed.
I have never been up here when somebody didn't show up.
On the day of our interview, that held true again, as Air Force veteran Mark Santasero and his wife Barbara stopped by to take in the site for themselves.
We're full-time RVers, and we enjoy going to capitals and seeing the veterans memorials and that sort of thing. As much as we absolutely appreciate the wall concept, to give the recognition to a state's veterans and those who passed in the service of the country, and recognize it this way is just, I haven't seen anything like it before.
For decades, loved ones have returned to this hilltop, quietly honoring the names etched in stone. Some bring flowers, others a flag, but all share the same purpose: to remember.
As long as you're saying somebody's name, they're not forgotten. And so people come here, and before they leave, they have recognized somebody. This isn't a drive-by memorial. If you don't have time, just drive by. It's about reverence, respect, and remembrance.
And I have to thank Marvin here. You're the one that gave me this story idea. And, you know, I think it's crazy so many people don't know that that's there when it's just so beautiful.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a look.
It is. Yeah.